Being a YouTube star might sound like a glamorous job, but it can also gnaw at you. Coyote Peterson has gained millions of fans online by posting videos of dangerous animals biting and stinging him, literally using his own body as clickbait. I would say don't try this at home, but you probably don't have an alligator snapping turtle. Here's ABC's Nick Watt in our series, Social Stars.
This is the most nervous I've ever been to take a sting or bite from anything.
For real life, as one of the millions of kids who watch this dude might say.
I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to enter the sting zone. Ah! I can't move my arm!
And this is his job, full-time.
Some will think it's crazy.
Fairly lucrative job. Naturalist, wildlife show host, and connoisseur of venom and bites.
Ah! Jeez, yeah.
Peterson has his own YouTube channel, Brave Wilderness, now with over 5 million subscribers. He posts a new video twice a week, every single week of the year.
That feels like big needles going into my forearm.
Obviously, don't try this at home. He researches, and there are medics on hand.
The pain kept lasting, and it would come in waves, like this rushing heat going through your arm.
Coyote does not exact revenge.
You're not killing anything?
Absolutely not. There is never an animal ever injured on any shoot that we have done.
And these are kids posted by Fine Brothers Entertainment on Facebook.
That must be painful.
Reacting to Coyote's antics. Bullet ant, anyone?
Why is he doing this?
His viewers are apparently also hearing a message.
You will take away a more understanding perspective of this overly vilified arachnid.
Really, the goal from everything that we're doing is to introduce the younger generation to animals. There are a lot of kids that don't have the opportunity to go out into some of the environments that we explore in.
He's trying to get kids interested in nature, but first he lures them in with a little clickbait.
You know, the term clickbait makes it sound like you're going to click on something and you're not going to see what it is that is really being promised. We give you a thumbnail and we're saying stung by a bullet ant, you better believe Coyote's going to be stung by a bullet ant.
Okay. He is a self-taught naturalist, driven by enthusiasm and curiosity.
For me, it really started when I was about 4 years old, and I've loved animals ever since then. A lot of times my friends would be out, you know, going to parties, playing sports, and I was actually in the woods behind my house catching snapping turtles and snakes.
Outside Columbus, Ohio. Not exactly where you'd expect America's Steve Irwin to hail from.
And is the hat really necessary?
Yeah, absolutely. It defines exactly what we do. Because you remember the hat.
And he's not really named Coyote.
My real name's Nathaniel.
Today, Coyote's taking me tide pooling in San Pedro, California.
Just real gentle, right in the middle, see what happens.
I just put my finger inside a sea anemone because Coyote told me to. I mean, he's done this. Could I really be scared of a squidgy anemone? Ah!
You flinched, though!
I did flinch!
But you're still alive, you're still alive.
So it's a wild animal putting its things around my hand. What's wrong with you?
Well, there's actually nothing wrong with me at all. It's actually not something we ever intended to do, to get me bitten and stung by things. We were in Arizona and I got stung by harvester ants. That was one on my neck. We thought, well, it'd be kind of interesting to show people what the reaction is to a human body to certain stings. And then our audience actually kept asking for, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? And we were like, I don't know if that's a good idea. But then when they really kind of felt like this is good for us, this is educational. Yeah, he definitely bit me.
Back to those tide pools.
The coolest thing we could find today would be an octopus or a brown sea hare. You have all sorts of creatures just living underneath there.
Within minutes, we're pulling what looks like alien life forms out of the brine. Brittle stars.
It's kind of like a sea star, only with a little more ambidexterity.
Sea stars.
Go ahead and just kind of run your finger through there. You can feel how soft all those little legs are. Don't worry, I won't bite you.
Something gross?
Oh, boy.
Got something gross?
Yeah.
Oh, yucky. It's like a massive, fat slug.
It's like a big booger, isn't it? Yeah. And isn't that crazy how its body just completely goes bleh, like that? And they do ink. You see that? It's like this kind of Joker from Batman purple ink.
That's a beautiful color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My word. Look at that.
Actually, there's two more right here.
Is that not one of the ugliest creatures you've ever seen in your life? Sorry, mate. You are a bit ugly.
Ugly, but not scary, like, say, the tarantula hawk that Coyote encouraged to bite him.
Do you get any haters? Do you get any people saying you're an idiot in a hat and you shouldn't be doing this?
I mean, you know, there's a fair share of people saying, oh, this isn't the right way to be presenting animals, and people are always going to have an opinion, but believe it or not, our positive rating on YouTube is somewhere around like 98%.
Meanwhile, back in the tide pools,
Start rolling, start rolling. He's got an octopus wrapped around his arm. Come, come. Oh, jeez Louise.
That's the biggest octopus I've ever caught. Whoa, man! Wow, that is a really big two-spot octopus. Don't bite me, don't bite me, don't bite me, don't bite me. That is a monster octopus right there. Let's have you hold it.
No,
Here,
no,
you're
no,
good,
no,
you're
no,
good.
no,
Put
no,
your
no,
hands out flat.
You said he has a beak. I don't want
I
any
know,
beak
but
action.
you can see.
I'm not interested in beak action.
But Nick, you can see he's not beaking me at all.
Ah!
but that's the secret to Coyote's success. His enthusiasm is totally infectious.
That is one of the weirdest feelings I've ever, and not unpleasant.
Next up, Coyote's off to South America and Australia, where he hopes to be bitten by a whole new bunch of insects.
1, 2,
Good luck.
3.
I'm Nick Watt for Nightline in San Pedro, California.
Oh!